Today we're going to be making keto orange dreamsicle cookies. Or we're going to try to, because this is not a keto recipe, but we're going to be making it keto. Some of us have our doubts, and by some of us I mean Sarah. And if you're new here, my twin sister Sarah and I have lost 160 pounds since 2019. Following a technically keto lifestyle. And on this channel, we love exploring the internet and testing recipes for all of you. And we don't know how it's gonna turn out. But you know what? We have fun while we're doing it. We don't take ourselves too seriously here. So if you enjoy our vibes, please subscribe and become one of our tribe. Everybody. Please subscribe because we're really hoping to get to 250,000 subscribers this year. It's looking bleak at this point. Subscribing is free. It's just clicking a button, but it does really help support our channel. As I'm scrolling on TikTok or Instagram Reels or wherever I'm looking for videos to watch, I don't intentionally search for keto recipes. That's because I want to see what's happening in the entire food world and not just the keto world, which could seem a little sad because I know I used to think this way. I would see something I could not eat and I would say, that's not keto and that's not fair. But I started to think otherwise when I said, we could at least try to make it keto. There are so many keto products nowadays. We had a couple of you comment that back when you started keto, there was not a lot of keto products out there. And Sarah and I can relate to that because the first time that we tried keto was 20 years ago. We were probably 16 years old. I'm 38 now. And there was nothing out there that was keto friendly. No one had even heard of what it was. Now we have so many products coming onto the market that you could probably make anything keto if you just strategized. The recipe that really caught my attention was for orange dreamsicle cookies by Dowell Cooks. This video has over 2 million views on TikTok. There's a bunch of likes and saves. It's using a trick that I have not seen or used before on our channel, and that is using Jello combined with cake mix. And I think it's an interesting concept because you might be able to use a bunch of different combinations to make a bunch of different things. And so that's why I'm excited to try it today. If it works, who knows what you guys could come up with. I'm not discouraging you or this recipe, but I feel like there might be some different chemistry that goes on with regular cake mix. But hey, we're gonna find out. Yeah, we are. And then we're gonna eat it anyway. Sarah's right day, you know what I mean? That's rare. But it does happen from time to time. Sarah has been right once or twice in the last 38 years, so you never know. So, for this recipe, you are going to need vanilla cake mix, orange jello, white chocolate chips, butter, and eggs. So in order to replicate this recipe, we're gonna be using the Duncan Hines Keto Cake Mix. We have used this before and it's quite good. I think we made Tres Leches cake with it once. It's easy to use and it's not that expensive. We're gonna be using sugar-free Jello. This is dirty. I don't know if there's an equivalent that's not dirty, but we eat dirty stuff once in a while. What are we gonna say? You know, we are really relaxed about this lifestyle. We don't get tripped up over these things. He uses white chocolate baking chips. We're gonna be using the ChocZero kind, which Sarah has obviously opened. Had to test it to make sure that it was still good. This is sweetened with monk fruit, and honestly, I am really enjoying the ChocZero products as of late. They are divine, and we can link it below. So first, we're gonna preheat our oven to 350 degrees. And while that's preheating, we're gonna talk about Element, who is the sponsor of this video. Element is a delicious electrolyte drink mix with everything that you need and nothing that you don't. That means lots of salt and no sugar. Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Element is one of our favorite products ever. We have been drinking it every day for years because we love the way it tastes and it helps us on our ketogenic lifestyle. That's because when you go into ketosis, you shed a lot of water, and inside that water are your electrolytes. This can leave you feeling tired, have muscle cramps, and nausea, also known as the keto flu. Element replenishes your electrolytes so that you feel better. We love all of the flavors of Element, but our absolute favorites are the citrus salt, orange salt, and raspberry salt. We know that so many of you guys have tried Element and loved it. You comment so here on our channel, and that makes us so happy because we love it so much. But if you don't like it, Element will refund your money with no questions asked. Right now, Element is offering our community a free sample pack. It looks like this so that you can try all of the flavors. That's 8 single serving packets free with any order from Element. This way you can try all the flavors or share some with a salty friend. In order to get this deal, you must go to drinklmnt.com/ketotwins. We're just gonna be freestyling this. We're not gonna be following the directions on the back of the box because the guy in the video didn't. I'm gonna add this box of keto cake mix to the bowl, and then I'm going to add in our Orange Jello, and I'm gonna whisk that together. Ooh, it smells good. He doesn't melt his butter, but I think it's room temperature and warm. We're gonna melt it, because we're crazy like that. We're crazy here on our channel. We're also going to be adding in the eggs whisked together because he just adds them in. And then our butter. Now we're gonna mix, and it should start to turn orange, which I think it is. Excellent. Smell it. It smells wonderful. So the next step is he's gonna add in his baking chips. He adds in 11 ounces of baking chips. I think that's too much. I don't know, I didn't do any math on this recipe. So we're gonna be adding about 4 or 5 ounces, whatever Sarah didn't eat out of this bag, of the ChocZero white chocolate chips. It does look like his video though. I am just going to let this sit and make sure that it's fully combined. I was just thinking about, in our Facebook group, Keto with the Keto Twins, one of you guys found our merch at Goodwill. And some of you guys were thinking that we were gonna be upset about it. I actually, as an avid thrifter, thought it was the coolest thing ever, and then I started to think about it, and someone was just like, forget them. So it's been resting for about 5 minutes. It looks like it worked. So it's nice and thick. It looks like a cookie dough. Things are working out well, you see? So with clean hands, we are going to be rolling these into 1.5 inch balls and putting them on a parchment lined cookie tray. Typically my cookies will start off small and get progressively bigger as I get lazier and lazier. But we're starting off big with these. This one is twice the size of others, but we have 12 cookies of different sizes and dimensions. It was intentional. It was. Okay, go ahead. Why? Because I wanted to see how the different sizes baked for science. I see. These are gonna go into the oven for 11 to 12 minutes at 350 degrees. Let's see. Ooh, it smells delightful. We're gonna be transferring these cookies over to a wire rack to cool completely while we cook our second batch. They are fragile, a little bit more fragile than I anticipated. So we have our second batch coming out that was cooked longer. Ooh. See, you wouldn't be able to tell if this was like a chocolate chip cookie, but because it's orange, you can clearly see that it's burnt. So we're gonna let these cool too, and then we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna try both of them. They smell delightful. My house smells really good right now, like vanilla and orange. It'd be great for upcoming season, fall season. Why? Because they look like pumpkins. That was intentional. We cooked these for 12 minutes at 350. We cooked these for 15 minutes at 350. So that 3 minutes there really did make a difference. Yeah. The reason why I can explain why I had. Okay. I can explain why I decided to do it for a little bit longer. Well, because when Emily took it out and she touched it, it didn't look cooked. Anyway, we're gonna try one. They definitely have solidified now that they're completely cool, which I'm happy about. Very moist. Yeah, that's probably the Jello on there. They are really good. Wow, very flavorful. It tastes like a dreamsicle to me. And you just don't have orange cookies a lot. Like the citrus in there is kind of nice and refreshing. Kind of perfect for summer. The orange is really prominent. They are not super sweet, but they're pretty sweet because, especially with the white chocolate chips, they're really, really moist because of the Jello. I would have never thought to use Jello with a cake mix to make this, but it's really, really good. I'm surprised. I'm just gonna try a little bit of this burnt one to see. This one is definitely cooked more. It doesn't look as pretty, but not as aesthetically pleasing as the one that was 12 minutes. The caramelization is nice. It's like a brown sugar almost. It's almost like deep flavor. I don't know. It's not bad. It's not bad for being burnt. I actually like the burnt one better. Really? The darker one. It just, they're both good. I just feel like this has more of like a caramelized flavor that I like. I'm gonna pick the one that's not burnt, but I do also think that they're edible for sure. But I'm glad that we tested out this hack. I was wrong. It did work. So For once, I was wrong. If you guys see any other hacks that you guys want us to try, let us know. Leave a comment below. We would love to try it out. And if you happen to see other recipes where you combine cake mix with Jello, tag us so that we can try it here on the channel. It turned out super well. I'm really happy with it. And if you're still in the mood for orange cuisine, so if you're still in the mood for orange flavor, you should check out our orange chicken video that we did a couple weeks ago. It's called Lazy Girl Orange Chicken. You can click right here and we will see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Keto Twins signing out. Pretty good.